Week 5. How exciting. So, to be honest, when I had a bit of a review and looked, okay, in which week am I into while I'm here on this journey of unlocking intentionally some passage, I thought, wow, week 5. How far did we come? Did we come far enough? So my brain directly wanted to judge and see did I fail or not? And yeah, interesting to see what the mind sometimes do if we allow them to do it. So what I saw is that yes, week 5. So we are quite some weeks in, and the North Star is the Grand Passage, and we definitely see that there are beginnings of the Grand Passage coming. Already some diagonals when we look really precisely, where we could say, well, we could call this Grand Passage. But along the line, what surely improved big times is that she's more compliant. She is so much more calm. This is a big thing with her because she quickly can become agitated. So this for me stands out the biggest. She's more calm, and also in relation to collection. And next to what I already mentioned with the Grand Passage, there's already some Du Passage coming, really beautiful in a calm way. And also the collected Kenta is coming without even that I look for it in any way. She just starts to offer it also way more calm. And the way how she offers the kind of school hall chambet mix and then going up and forward, this is really, really cool and something worth celebrating. What we have achieved in the last weeks, where I did with her usually or average 1 to 2 sessions. I have to have a look again, so they're really the right thing. But let's say about 1.5 sessions a week, okay? And the session was usually about 20 minutes long. And also, what I want to say is what I'm filming here, these unedited behind the scenes sequences, they're mainly straight, mainly in the three-step framework. And while I'm in the three-step framework, I play with those different ingredients to be curious and see, okay, what can we unlock with her. Um, but of course, we also have some sessions where I wrote her or Tony wrote her. So this is not the only thing we're doing. But this is the main thing I'm doing for how can we unlock Passage. This is where I take you without, it's like I will upload all of it. I don't edit anything out. I don't skip a session. I will take you 100% behind the scenes. But just saying, of course, we like if you're doing something similar, you can still do some whatever trail rides or whatever you want to do additionally. So then for today's agenda is to connect with her first because we had a couple of days where the two of us were not in connection, in no conversation. And I will connect with the three-step framework with those three different ingredients. I will focus there on raising my awareness. And of course, I'm a bit multitasking now as I'm also moderating and sharing some of my thoughts with you guys. I want to take a bit more of my brain space of really getting to the next level of getting her compliant to my hand or the halter here, because as I mentioned in the last sequences before, she sometimes still leans a little bit forward and down. And whenever she gets more compliant, she unlocks the next level of collection. So therefore, this will be worth it to take some awareness, thought, and attention for that. And then also, I want to take a little bit more time with the feeding. Like you see that after each session right now, a request, I give her something which is not any positive reinforcement, no bribing or anything, because she gets the treat way after she has done something really sweet. And it's mainly about because I want to have the freedom that I can give a horse something or not. So you see, she's already really calm. She's not not crawling into my pockets or anything. But I want that when I feed a horse that I can put my um hand there at the top of it and that she can lick it and then I give it to her. And all is happening in a really compliant, nice way. And right now, her tongue is really not coming out. She gets a bit tense. So therefore, right now, I do it every time because I want that it's improving. Um, until she's really calm in this process and can put her tongue out, and then I can give her the feed, and then I will get to the point that I not always give her something. Okay. So just letting you hear in behind the scenes. And I only have a tiny cut here because the other horse is not finished with the art feed. I let them out. And I see you back in a second, okay? All right, so we are back. And with this cut here, you see this is really not staged. You're just, I take it here in my normal day behind the scenes. And also saying when we are filming here, you see that sometimes it's a bit abrupt because the people is filming. So right now I don't have Tony here to film more smooth, but you still get a bit of an idea of what we're doing here. Okay, so I'm starting this time shortly in non-collection and doing some transitions from hold to forward, forward to hold and back to have a look at our connection. So here I'm seeing also how am I focused, how's my awareness, timing, feel. Can I walk a straight line? Can I keep the step length and rhythm I want? And also I'm looking when I apply my body energy, nothing's happening right now. Do I apply, when I apply some steady energy? Yes, she's compliant, but also not sensitive yet, which is okay. We're just starting. So I go now one phase up. See, does she do more? A little. Now test. So bring in some rhythmic energy. Oh, yes. She responded. So here I'm just checking our connection and communication, following body and support energy. And of course, the higher I have her up in our exquisite horse charts, the better our connection can be. It's like if I want to have a conversation with a person and this person is only internal thinking about whatever they want to think about, or external looking at a television show, it's difficult to have a good conversation. Okay, now I test. I go shortly here so you see better. And then I put some steady energy under the jaw. Does she come up? Yeah, there she is. Not as compliant as I would like to. And now she stepped more back, but I really want to that she comes up. Yes, good. Go on the other side again. So here I'm just checking some of the building blocks that lead to the connection I need for exploring also the collection. Ask her up, bring my magnet up. Good, super nice. And already super nice lift in the thoracic sling. Growing in the whole front end, shifting the weight back to the hindquarters. Compliant is good because when I had my little introduction, you heard I want to focus a bit more on having enough brain space to help us, her, to get to the next level of being compliant in relation to my request with the head up. Okay. Feels already good. Connection feels good. So I can now focus more on the position. Good. Nice. Okay. Ask her to come up and slide forward. So my third step of the three-step framework. Yes. Whoa, really nice. Thank you. Hey, Cassie. The tongue already came. The carrots. I really love it when the horses are here in the background and all are together. Really cool that the arena, the outdoor arena is not separate of the living space from the horses. On the other side, you can't see it. Frame is standing at the entry door, already waiting. Okay. Here went up a bit sooner, the faces, because I asked her up and she went a little bit non-compliant and sidetracked, just leaning back. Okay. Okay, pole is up. I will ask her to maintain that position and posture up and to step forward with a main big focus on that she's not leaning on my hand. Yeah, nice. So ask her with a bit of support energy under the front end. And wow. Well, huge. It's so cool because I talked with you about what I'm focusing on today with the compliant and helping her to be kind of more courageous and calm with her tongue here in the feeding, that I want to take some time for this as well. And already with having kind of this focus, something else improved already. Like the do passage, like she's quite on her path here, what she offered with a towards a do passage. This came out as soon as never before, which is so cool. And she's really calm. And I'm on her left because, as I mentioned in the last sequences, the collection emerges often easier when I'm on her right. So a lot of cool things. Even though we had a couple of days where we did nothing and we just started here, still improvement comes. So stay non-collection. Yeah, she was a bit of like a handbrake, even though I went up a little bit my face. So I asked her to be really compliant in the non-collected backup, and then I asked her to come up and really precise that she is compliant to my body and support energy. Now I ask for the short steps up and forward. Well, it's a bit of a mixture of kind of Kenta and du passage. Probably more Kenta chan. So I ask for a bit more until I can do a bit more. Something different. I'll do even change one more ingredients. Bit of faster steps. Yeah, now the right one clicked in a little bit as well. Could imagine that you can't see it so well, so I come back. Let's see. You can get your tongue out. So what I do is I hold the carrot here, kind of that she can touch it. And I wait until she does something here. Right now she chews without a tongue. And she's really the queen of a long tongue, which you often see after she has a hard feed. So she can't tell me there's no tongue in there. Hmm? When it comes with a setup. So I have a feeling he wants to take over at some point and right. So right now just the lips come. And it's probably not so exciting here for you to see, but it's just taking you into my daily life. Now you have to be patient until something more exciting happens. Now she tried to bite it. There was a bit of a tongue, minimal. Okay. Oh, this was close to sensitive coming up, but I don't ask for back yet. So I ask him for up and slightly forwards, similar like I did on the other side. And not to fall into me with the right shoulder. I used a bit nice stick handle to help her to get into line because I asked her head to go to the left, which went to the left, but the shoulders stayed next to me. Really nice. Nice. Super nice start. Yes, this is the tongue we want when the carrot comes, Tangy. You have to be a bit more patient. Good. I know when I ask her up with a pole here right now, she often gets a bit not so pretty with her head next net sack. Neck set. This is not so important. Oops, I think you got some evidence that I didn't clean her too good. So the main focus is this is good. What happens internally in the head neck, that this can look more developed, can and will come later. Yes. Okay, short pause here, and next time I will do a bit more on the flow, flowing between collection and non-collection multiple times. I changed one ingredient to put some bit of power from behind. Yes. Good. Massage. Ah, can I get that again? Pretty good. So it's really nice. There was a really nice ingredient for the also for the normal passage, for the grand passage, with the slowing down of the rhythm. And I know in the last pause I just said I will do some flow between collection and non-collection, but with my talking and being happy what she offered, I stopped now again. Okay, so now bring the it up, power up, and support a bit with a stick on the forehand. More towards the enter right now. Yeah, there came multiple diagonals. Oh, and I did not want to stop. This was nice. Now I start more from non-connected shot. Change the ingredients again. Last cup. She's trying something. And again, some nice diagonals. Then some non-connected walk. Then some non-connected shot. Then I ask her up from the non-connected shot. Bring my magnet up, shorten the steps a bit. Slow my steps a bit from the rhythm. And support with a whip a bit. Very good. Oh, did you see what the right front leg did? This was cool. Another ingredient for passage. Coming up and holding it up. And then she comes down. Or came down. Super. So all those changes I commented on, change of ingredients, yeah? When I put them in, how much I put in, and in which constellation. Like, what else do I have in my bowl? How high is the head and neck? How big are the steps? What is the rhythm doing? Where, how much energy? For how much energy do I ask? If I apply support energy, where do I apply it? These are all the different ingredients. Okay, this line. Thank you. Okay, connect the shot to the transition again. It was nice compliant and close to sensitive. Now I'll ask her a bit more up. Shorten and slow down the steps. Too much canter. We need slower rhythm here. Oh, and the right front leg did something good. Good. Coming, coming, coming. Then she cantered. Non-collection. Non-collection, the pole is lower, the steps are bigger and faster and flatter. Let's cut. Need slower rhythm. Yes. Coming. Yes. So, pretty nice. Like there were a couple of times where she went, instead of the collected canter, she went in the diagonals and slowed down her rhythm. So she could go more towards passage. which is cool because she really has the tendency, like I mentioned before, to do those fast flat steps, which are not so helpful to get to passage, right? So for her, getting an internal reorganization where she starts to decide, or as a side effect, she does those slower steps, shorter steps, and a slower rhythm. So cool, because again, I'm not leg tapping or making her legs doing it. Just playing with the ingredients which will affect her internally, which of course have an effect and side effect on the outside on how she positions herself, how she moves, what her legs are doing. Okay, some power tangy. She was really behind the vertical, and now with the power from behind, the hind quarter really bumped up and the front end loaded. To that transition again. But there was also, yes, slight problem. Stretch. Okay. A bit more sensitive. So I went up the face and she was not following my body and steady energy here. Good. Now shorten my steps. Good. Really nice. Another thing you may see me doing or not is when she starts to canter, usually the pole comes a bit higher. So I ask her a bit down from the pole to get her back into the collected trot passage steps. Oh, the flies on me, huh? Okay, I'm collected trot. I'll shorten my steps. Slowing the rhythms. If this good, left front. 2 short steps. And that's annoying, yeah. Even in trot, the flies keep up. Yes. Good. Beat is pretty good. Steps are pretty short. Forearms come higher. And there was a bit of a pump, which pumped up her left front right hind. It's not fully passage yet, but pretty cool. I have a couple of more goals on the while I'm on her right, and I think then I'm done. So maybe not a big visual breakthrough today, but for sure compliance gets better. And a lot of gems along the way. But she did a couple of times with her right front, what I mentioned, diagonals coming more often. Yes. You see, today I do this with her, which is still in her when I have the right ingredients so she can do this. Yes. Because today I explored a bit more, taking it into the forwards. And now the right front, 2 steps ago, did just something really nice. Came up and forward and had a hesitation and then came down, which is another super path towards our passage. And then another focus for today I had was this with the tongue, getting the tongue out for the giving her something. A bit better as well. Okay. Something like that. More up and body energy. Yes, the right front step nice up and forward. Probably I'm blocking too much with my body, but it's a good position for me to be in. have to ask her shoulder a bit more out because I just noticed that I asked her head and neck out, and then she's crooked as. Hey, stay out. Okay. God, nice, not the left front bit. A little bit slower rhythm. Pretty nice. What do you think? Okay. So I think I stop here as Tony is here and also want to ride. And I'm sure he wants to have some power left in her. And I'm happy with today. It felt good. And some little nuances which were new. So I think I will take this video and pull out some highlights and slow them down so you can really see it because I'm not sure if you saw it. To make sure you can see it, I think I will pull something out. So you don't miss it because those little things are the exciting things. Because sometimes when our awareness is not high enough, we don't see all of those little gems, and then we feel like, well, not much happened, or yeah, not much progress, not exciting. But actually, it was. So this is really important that not just that we understand the ingredients in theory and how to apply them, but that we see what is the horse really answering. Okay, see you next time.